Hello there guys, kind of felt in the mood to tell some stories, so I decided to get out my camera and tell you guys these stories. I've been thinking about my life in my past and trying to figure out if I have any of those crazy childhood stories that everyone seems to have nowadays, and I guess you could say that. In my childhood, instead of doing crazy, adorable things, I was too busy getting the crap beat out of me. I was the clumsiest, most unfortunate child, and to an extent I still am. I have like scars and bruises everywhere, and half of them I don't remember where they came from, but then the other half I remember exactly where they came from and the clumsiness that led to those. Unfortunate story time begins now. When I was 5 years old, I was with my sister and my mom in the kitchen, and I think we were making cookies or something, but it was one of those big mixers, you know, with the bowl and the big thing that spins around, you know, it can speed up really fast. These things are dangerous. So there were me and my sister, and we were up on the counter leaning over it because we were like, oh, this is so amazing, and we just couldn't stop staring at it. Apparently, I got so entranced with the movements of the dough that I leaned in and my hair got caught. So as you can imagine, it ripped a huge chunk of my hair out. I was like crying, obviously. This thing was ripping out my hair and I was trying to pull away from it. Obviously that wasn't working out. So my mom was panicking. She finally unplugged the machine. We had to like pull my hair out. A huge chunk of it was stuck in the mixer. So for the next however much time it took for that to grow back, I had to live my life with my hair pinned over it to cover this gigantic bald spot. Safe to say, I am still afraid of these mixers and basically anything that could damage my hair. Like fans that are too close to me, I'm very paranoid of that. And for some reason, blow dryers. I never put it all the way on the hot setting because I'm afraid flames are going to shoot out of it and catch my hair on fire. Don't know where that one came from. Next up, also when I was 5. Wow, that was just a very unfortunate year for me. When I was 5, I was sitting on one of those gaming chairs, you know, but they were like the black, sleek gaming chairs that like you rocked on them. They were sitting on the ground. It was a really nice chair. We were in our living room, and I was sitting on it holding my cat, Casper, and I think my brother was playing a video game, so I was just sitting there watching him. Me and my sister both were. My mom was in the other room on the phone, so I'm sitting there with my cat like la 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 la. And then, without really noticing, his tail got stuck under the chair while it was going backwards. Basically, the cat got his tail crushed. He freaked out, started yowling and screaming. He climbed up my face and he pounced up my face and he just took off running. He abandoned me, that traitor. And believe it or not, I was really chill. I wasn't like screaming. Of course I was crying. I had blood dripping everywhere. I was like, what is happening? But I could stand. I stood up. I walked to the kitchen. I'm sure mom was like, what have you done this time? When I was standing there, she was on the phone. I had just blood dripping down onto our tiled floors. So we got a washcloth, rushed off to the hospital. They gave me stitches, of course. And I'm pretty sure my cat like broke his tail because now his tail kind of sticks up like this and only the tip kind of moves. And then not too long ago, it was when we moved in this area but in a different house. So over 6 years ago, we were over at a friend's house and they had this really nice outdoor patio area. And they had this ceiling fan, you know, spinning at a good rate. You know, not full speed but not snailing along either. Both of our families. A whole group of people surrounding this thing. And we were all just talking, having a nice time. And then, all of a sudden, the ceiling fan blade literally detached from the fan and flew towards me and hit me in the face. Next thing I knew, I was laying flat back on the floor, and I might have blacked out a little bit because I don't remember falling, and the ceiling blade is just sitting, hanging out next to me, and everyone is around me just like looking down at me like, are you okay? Heck no, I'm not okay. I just got beaten in the head by a ceiling fan blade. And what do you think? I'm okay? I'm not okay. And then, around like the same year, at the same friend's house, I started to believe that this friend's house was cursed or something because it was the most unfortunate thing seemed to happen to me. We were outside playing tag in the dark. Now, I'll stop you there, Cassie. That was a really bad idea. I agree. Now, I agree. But again, I was incredibly young, so blame it on the older people that thought this was a brilliant idea. So there were no lights. It was completely dark. They had a big driveway with a whole bunch of cars from all our families. Everyone was running around, and I was like, I don't know where I'm going. I can't see anything. So I start running off in one direction, and next thing I know, again, flat on my face. Because there was the car, and I was trying to go in between two cars, but I didn't realize that there was a car and then a trailer. So I tripped right over the trailer hitch. My leg got caught, and I fumbled for a minute, and then poof, face plant on the gravel, and no one knew I was there because everything was dark, and they were all hiding. So there I was with like bloodied face and elbows and knees, and I'm like, someone help me. So there were just a few of my unfortunate memories. I hope that this made you feel a little bit better about your childhood and your own clumsiness, and felt a little bit better about yourself by my misfortune. That's what I strive to do with this channel after all. This video a like if you liked it, and you know, hit the subscribe button if you fancy being lovely, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye! Meow.